And so one of the key skills that I've developed over my career that I want to share with you is the ability to learn, but not in the way that you might think traditionally. And so what happens is, sure, in the beginning, you want to get from courses and experts and things like that. But over time, what you want to double down on is volume. Because what volume does is it gives you data. And then data, you can do something called a common factors analysis. So let's say that I make 10 pieces of content, okay? These are my 10 pieces of content. Hopefully that's 10. All right. Now that means that within those 10 pieces of content, there's going to be a top one and there's going to be a bottom one. And this is going to be the one that did better, and this is going to be the one that did the worst. And so what I want to do is see, what did the top 10% have that this one didn't have? What are the discrepancies between these two? And those discrepancies are the golden nuggets that build together to help you acquire skills. And so one of the things that people shy away from in the beginning is how low leverage you are. You have no capital, you have no friends, you have no other people who can help you out. So it's just you. And when you start, you suck. But the thing is that the pain of how bad it is and how hard it is in the beginning is the thing that forces you to seek out better ways to do it. And so you have to go through that pain so that you can seek out these improvements. And then all of a sudden you figure out a new way to use that lever that takes 1/10 the time. You figure out how to tweak your email headings to get way more open rates, or you tweak your offer to get way more responses, or you make your ad hooks better so you get higher, people clicking the ad. All of those things are skills. And so this pain and this volume, and this is the poor part, getting a feedback loop going is what creates skills. So it's not just doing a lot. You have to do a lot so that you can see what works so that you can get better. Fundamentally, common factors analysis is how I learn everything. Because a lot of the skills that I have to learn now are things that no one teaches. There's no courses for what I'm trying to learn now. And so I have to just try a lot of things and see, what do the top 10% have in common? And this works for figuring out your customer avatar. You're like, hey, what are my top 10% of customers? What do they have in common in terms of what they did and who they are? What are the bottom 10%? What did they do and who are they? Okay, well, I want less of those and more of these. And so this is a continuous loop that you do on your customers. The same thing works in your content. What are the top 10 pieces and the bottom 10 pieces? What are the top 10 ads and the bottom 10 ads? What are the top 10 perfect sales scripts in terms of recordings? What do we say differently on those calls than we said on these calls? It literally applies to everything. And that continuous loop of progress and feedback is how you get better. And that is the core of leverage from a skills perspective.